How did you feel about seeing the team that you played for go to the Super Bowl?
Man, dog, so what's crazy was I got traded that training camp, right? So the whole 3 years building up to it, like putting the work in, putting the time with those guys, building the core foundation, I was there for all that. And so when I went into that next year, though, I was still already dealing with a knee and an ankle that, you know how it is, like, you can either try and play through it on some stem cell type stuff, some rehab, or you can go ahead and get the procedure done. I was at a point where they was like, hey, you can get the procedure done, but you might not be back healthy until midway through the season. And so this is just conversation I'm having with the GM and everything. And so we was like, well, if I do stem cells, I can play, but I'm not going to be 100%. And, you know, the conversation was that, hey, well, even if you're not 100%, Jay, we'll take a 80% Jordan Matthews over 100% anybody else. I'd put the time in. Like, there's no, I think to this day, I mean, AJ there now, so it's, you know, but up to that point, my first 3 years, the Eagles were more productive than any Eagles receiver. Okay. Like, and so, you know, that's small flex, you know what I'm saying? There's only five people ever that's played at the receiver position that have, like, surpassed 65 catches, 800 yards, and over, like, 5 or 6 touchdowns or something their first 3 years. So I did that those first 3 years, but going to that fourth year, they knew I was dealing with some injuries. And it's a business, man. Like, I don't hold no grudges. I always say, but you got to get better, you can get better. And what happened was they honestly felt like 100% Nelson Aguilar at that point was better than 80% me. That wasn't the conversation we had at first. Shouts out to Nelson. That's my dog. He did his thing. But going into the year, I came into the preseason, balled that first game. Next day, I come into the building, I leave, I get a phone call. We trade you to the Bills. Damn. I get to the Bills, I'm already dealing with a knee and ankle that needs surgery. I'm already thinking, oh, there's no way I pass this physical. Yeah. Damn. Boy, they passed me with flying colors because they just got rid of Sammy. Oh, yeah. So they needed a receiver. Yeah. Right. So Sammy went to Kansas City? Sammy went to LA, I think. Did he go to LA? He went to LA. He went to LA. Yeah. Okay. So I passed or whatever, played about 10 games, went on IR. So it wasn't just that I watched my former team go win. It was the fact that I was in a straight leg knee brace and a walking boot, both legs up like this, 2 or 3 days out of surgery with my wife, watching my former team win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now, like me and DeMar DeRozan, if I see him, I know him. Yeah. Like we can see them like, yeah, I know what you're going through. You know what I mean? That was probably the hardest thing, harder than any rehab, harder than anything. But the crazy thing was, man, like, I feel like when you do things the right way, you can't be denied. I got hurt again when I was with the Patriots the next season. And then what happened was the Eagles were short on receivers because of injuries. And so the team that thought I was tradable needed me, and they called me back. And then that next year in the playoffs, we went to like the second round. The first round had a big play to help us win the game, the double doink game. Yeah. And then double doink game. And then second round, there was only one touchdown caught in that game. And that was me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let them know. And then my wife and my firstborn son was there. That's actually the last touchdown I've had in the NFL. Right. So the last 4 years, I've been the 49ers just grinding, staying afloat. You know what I'm saying? And people will look at that and be like, oh, well, you ain't scored in 4 years. Oh, I'm like, well, does Kyle Shanahan know football?
It's bigger than that.
He ain't letting nobody just hang out and eat snacks all day.
It's bigger than that.
He know. They know that this is what I do. Right, like, I love the game. Yeah. It's what I think. I tell people all the time, don't ever stop doing something if you think about it all day long. If I'm not telling you what to think about at the moment and you think about that thing, you need to keep pursuing it. Yes, and so that's my passion, man. So it was hard, but I'm still chasing that Super Bowl. I believe I'm gonna have it one day.
That's live, bro. Yeah. How many more you think you got in? You going on year 10?
I'm going on year 10.
I'm hating.
Yeah, it's all right. No.
Bitch gonna give me the 9, nigga. Yeah. I'm knocking on the door. Let me in.
Somebody.
Give me 3 games.
Yeah. Somebody. That's all you need, 3 games.
That's it.
Anyway.
That's it. Yeah, somebody, bro.